I truly do not know the answer to that, Brett. But something made you click. And after seeing IRL, you're probably gonna click off. Because this is usually a VTuber channel. But once in a while, I do IRL streams because I don't want to boot up the VTuber. I got a sweater on. No lights. Shit, I forgot. Hold on. There we go. And... chat. There we go. I only have to move other shit... two right now. Hold on. The alert box has to move. And I think... that's all I have to move right now, so that's good. Good very early morning, everybody. Oh, that crack. That shit was good. Nice sweater? Thank you. It was something that Belle's grandmother got me for Christmas last year. I like it. Can't borrow my sweater, Lucy. I might not get it back. And we got a fucking Pebbles. The cherry one, because that's the only one that I can tolerate without ice in it. Am I allowed to fucking... there we go. Yep. Boy. Shit in the VTuber realm has just been going more and more to shit every time you turn around, hasn't it? We've now had how many? Technically 5 HoloLive graduations in like only the last couple of months. Like, that shit's crazy. It's like A-chan leaving was the red herring that's like all hell is fucking going loose in HoloLive. That shit's fucking crazy. And now we've had 4 people leave with 2 of them having announcements. Oh, there's 6? Which one is Mel? I didn't hear about that one. The main ones that I know about are Aqua. Chloe's gonna be leaving at some point next year, I think. So is Fauna. And then... who was the other one? Oh yeah, Amelia Watson. That shit's nuts. Like, I only just found out about it like an hour ago because, on my phone, Twitter was being dumb, so I had to wait until I was doing shit on the computer. Jesus. She was the only justified one. She got banned at the beginning of the year. Leaked company stuff. Oh my god, yeah, no, that's the only one that I can see where it's like, hey, you gotta get this motherfucker out of here. This is bad for our company. But just I-chan was just like, okay, now everyone's dipping afterwards. That actually is, like, proper in the company. Holy shit. Fuck. I haven't been using enough cream on my face. I gotta fucking zit again. That sucks. At least you can't see it. When is Twitter not being dumb? Honestly? Hell, dude. Honestly, dude. It was even dumb when, what the fuck is that motherfucker's name? Jack? When that guy was running that shit? It was even dumb then. Now it's just more crashes. That's why I barely go on. Fuck. That's why I barely go on. I was literally only on there because it's like... Fel and I decided to go to bed at 3 in the afternoon, because the kid's not here. The kid's getting back here today. And I ended up waking up at like 11:50. And I go, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, look at Twitter real quick, see if my friends had posted anything. And then I see that HoloLive and Fauna are trending, and I'm like, ooh, what's that about? And then it goes, it just can't load it. We're having an issue with our system right now. I'm like, fuck you. And after like a couple minutes of like doing other shit on my phone and stuff, I was like, well, I gotta go downstairs to rip the December mission pass of Bang Dream Girls Band Party anyways. So I'll do that and then I'll look into the Fauna shit. And to be fair, I didn't think it was gonna be that. I did not think that it was gonna be another person graduating, to be honest. Like, at least people actually know what, like, her primary account was. Like, her past life account, technically. And I feel like people were like, you shouldn't bring it up. You know, it's personal. It's like, dude, she's gonna probably be going back there anyways after, what was it, January 3rd? It's, Lemon Leaf. So if you still want to follow Fauna after she leaves Hololive, her YouTube is Lemon Leaf. And then she also has a second ASMR channel that's, I believe it's called Lemon Leaf ASMR. She'll probably be doing the same shit, it's just not with any Hololive people. Fauna one made me genuinely sad, because only reason you cut ties like that is when it's not worth it anymore. Well, she said that it was, like, massive disagreements. Well, not massive, but I feel like it has to be massive disagreements when it's, like, you're a big town. Like, right now, I think she has over 900,000 followers on YouTube, and I don't know about the Twitch side, but you know, when you got 900,000 subscribers, you're getting close to hitting the mill. Like, that's a lot. That is a fuck ton. So it obviously wasn't any issues with that. It's just like, hey, management's being fucking dumb. There are people saying that they're gonna, like, management's gonna be where it's like, we're not gonna be hosting streams anymore. I don't know if that's the truth anymore. They might be going more into idol culture. But if that's the truth, Fauna wants to sing and perform for people, like she wants to be an idol and she wants to be a streamer. Why at that point would she leave Hololive? That just doesn't make sense. If they're leaning more towards less streams, more idol stuff, I don't get it. Like, people are allowed to, like, hypothesize about, like, what the fuck's going on and everything, but I mean, like, I guess make it make sense in your hypotheses or, like, in your hypotheticals. A little bit. Like, if they're going, like, where it's like, hey, we're gonna stop the stream meta altogether for the most part, and we're gonna go right into idol stuff, I would feel like she would want to stay. But, on the side of that, it's like, you know, she said that streaming is her dream job. So that would be a metric where it's like, okay, I don't want to be here anymore. I know I just saw a cat's tail. I don't know which one it was, though, because they're both dark. My pure speculation take is it's over control of talents, brand IPs. That could be that too. Also, Lucy and Danny bring up really good points on this. If Gura does leave, that means that the company is about to crash, which is bad. And then Danny goes, oh, for sure, if Gura leaves, it's all done. Dude, they have massive fucking girls there. They have massive talents just all together. And they just brought in 4 new ones a couple months ago? Like, that's wild if that does fucking happen. Because it's like, if you have any more of the Japanese talents leave and Gura, it's done. It's a wrap. Like, Gura just has, like, that fucking magic with her. And it's like, dude, Gura can make baseball teams win. Like, that's wild. So if she's gone, it's a wrap. It's done. It's over. Like, Hololive as what we know it has already been gone. Like, for a lot of people, A-chan leaving was the thing that made them be like, I don't fuck with Hololive anymore. Get that hair down. Like, cause A-chan, to a lot of people, was the glue of Hololive for the most part. Because she was one of the most vocal behind-the-scenes persons, and when she left, everything just started feeling like it was more sketch. Like, it's just weird. Like, mind you, I'm not a Hololive fan. I don't really know much of Hololive in the first place. I only hear little tidbits like this, the Gura Dodgers thing, collabs. Like, the main thing I know any of Hololive from, to be honest, is the Bang Dream collabs. And that's because I had to be there because I had to fucking rip the models for it. And I just, like, I know it's a good, like, I know it's a good company, but just, like, how do you fuck up so much to make people want to leave because of just poor decisions in the company's part? Like, I genuinely never would have thought that it would have been from Hololive of all people. I thought that it maybe the first thing, obviously, was Niji Sanji, because Niji Sanji, like, their talents are fine, but holy shit. Everyone knows what the fuck happened with the Selen Tatsuki situation. Doki Bird said multiple shit about it, because that is who Selen was, and now is back to being. Stan her. Oh, it was Luna. Okay. Like, I genuinely thought, like, the next massive fuck-up was either gonna be coming from FaZe Connect or from VShojo. And it's just because FaZe has a lot of just random, just outrageous shit that, like, average VTubers or average VTuber connoisseurs just do not fucking like and don't want to fucking deal with. Like, someone saying that they have cancer, like, playing the part of a cancer victim. I saw that. I don't even know if that person's from FaZe or not. I just saw people saying that it was, because someone wouldn't play with them or something like that. A lot of shit from them. Very controversial shit, but that's just their side of it. Like, it's kind of like going into comedy, when comedy first started popping off as, like, we're allowed to talk about controversies. We're allowed to joke about literally anything. And, like, you know how comedy back in the day, before, like, I guess, like, really, George Carlton popped off, was, like, kind of squeaky clean. You didn't really fuck with the audience that much. It was just really tame jokes. And then George Carlton comes on the scene, and he does the words you can't say on television, and then that skyrockets comedy into being this huge thing where it's like, oh, you can do damn near fucking anything. And if you get with the right crowd, people are gonna be like, this is fucking amazing. And I hate what other people are doing that are squeaky fucking clean. You have a good day at school, Lucy. Remember to get your grades up. Get your funny up. I joined VTuber culture with Advent. If Bibu leaves, I at least know she would stream till she's a little old lady. I feel pure sorrow for people who loved Chloe. She's a textbook neat. VTubers... I'm getting buttermouth. That needs to fucking stop. VShojo strikes me more likely to have drama because they take it more serious. FaZe is kind of known for being shitposters. They're known, to me, it kind of feels like 4chan posters became VTubers, and it is one of the weirdest things. Trust me, we all know the Pecora bit of, I'm gonna shoot up a shopping mall in Minecraft. I don't even think she threw in the Minecraft thing. I think that's just a fucking edit, man. I don't know. Yeah, like, I don't know, dude. I really don't watch VTubers all that much in the first place. Like I said, I usually only get, like, clips and tidbits. And then I have to because, you know, I edit parts from the streams down into clips and shit. So, I kinda gotta tolerate myself, but that's why I made my OC look like a green cat and a pink elf, so I don't really mind. You know, Pippa's funny. Pippa feels like one of those people that would really pop off in the comedy scene, but I don't feel like people would get, like, that she's actually trying to be funny. Like, I feel like people would see it as like, oh, this is just shock jock bullshit. Like, I feel like... I shouldn't say this. Is Pippa the next Howard Stern? No, I am. I am. All I gotta do is get a big Jufro, and I'll be okay. I have to get someone who sits in a booth across from me named Robin Quivers. And then we can banter back and forth. And then we have to have something really fucked up happen, and then we gotta get really serious. What's your thoughts on Sonic X Shao Generations? I have not played it at all. I haven't seen any clips from it, because I thought that would be one of the games that I would buy, and then I was like, I don't know, last week, when I bought Sparking Zero, at the time that I bought Sparking Zero, I saw that our good friend here, Zepateth, streamed it, and I was like, I want to play with him, So I'm gonna buy Sparking Zero instead of getting Sonic X Shadow Generations. That might have been a mistake, but I don't mind. I was just about to say that Pippa is VTubing's answer to Howard Stern. Where's her black co-host? Where is her gang of weirdos? I gotta know that. Where are they? Because they can't be chat. They gotta be people who are on stream chatting with her. Like, where the fuck is Baba Booey? Where's Stuttering John? Where's Eric the Midget? Like, where are all these people? If we can boost it up to that, if we can get all those with her, I will call her the VTuber Howard Stern. I'll do that. And I'll be like, well, here you go. Serious, give her a radio show. Korone's doing her own thing, which is kind of what I assume they would do for other popular talents. Isn't Korone, like, one of their biggest, I feel, over in Japan? Because, I mean, dude, she got that fucking Sonic collaboration. She got a Sonic-inspired model. She's the spokesperson. Isn't she the spokesperson for Sega of Japan? Or, like, one of them? Like, that's fucking nuts. She's everything that Aaron Hansen could not be. Aaron Hansen was a piece of shit. Korone is what they've been looking for the entire time. They should have found her before she popped off and said, hey, so we're gonna hire this guy named Aaron Hansen, okay? And I want you to watch some of his videos. You're a tiny person. You're probably not even relevant at this point, right? You're just a fetus in the internet womb, okay? I know I said it weird, but shut up. We want you to watch some of this guy's Game Grumps. And she would look at it and be like, I want the JonTron guy to be the sponsor, not this Aaron Hansen freak. Yes, I'm still mad that they didn't finish Sonic Adventure 2. We played it on stream like a handful of months ago, and I beat it in 3 hours. The game isn't hard, it's just you have to stop reading Sonic fanfiction, really cringy shit at that, and then just actually play the fucking game. Although, this is coming from someone who 180 fucking A-ranked that shit, and someone who's been playing it since they've been 7, so it might be different than someone who's like in their 30s going in and, quote, playing it for the first time. I don't fucking know. I don't know. That's my only humble brag that I will ever put off. Yeah, I did that shit. I'm better than the Game Grumps. I could grump that shit. But you're a VTuber. Yeah, I know, and VTubers are better than the Game Grumps. Fuck you. My Oshi is Fubuki? Oh, dude, you gotta fucking see what I did a while ago then. So like I mentioned before, Bang Dream Girls Band Party did a collab with 8 members of Hololive. I have to go to my actual downloads for this. And let me see. Look at this. Because this is fun. It's 5 Fubukis in one. And one of them sounds like a fucking fire hydrant exploding. And it's this one. I don't like Hagumi's voice. I don't like a lot of Bang Dream voices, to be honest, though, so... Like, Ran as the lead of Afterglow, just, ugh. She's been getting better in the last couple years, but holy fucking shit, she's very, I don't know. Listen to Lost Ones Weeping. Listen to the Afterglow Lost Ones Weeping cover. You'll understand what the fuck I mean. It's very, like, it's, like, too high-pitched at some points. It sucks. It sucks. That's just me, dude. I got a fucking preference, though. Like, I want women to sound sensual as fuck. I don't want you to be screeching in my fucking ear, though. I can never see Fubuki in a lewd way. She's not lewd. I don't think that she's lewd at all. Hi, Foil. Oh yeah, they also collab with... Fuck, I don't know if this is how you say her name, but Lammy? They collab with, Jammer Lammy. Let's see... VTubers I watch tend to be better at games than I am. Hi! Yeah, come over. Look at that little kitty. Look at her. Oh, she's purring up a storm. Aww. So for everyone new, this is our cat Luna. I call her Lulu. You are such a sweet little baby kitty. Say she's about 7 months old. Why do you like having your neck held like that? That's strange. Don't do that. If you want to while I'm doing this, you can sit on my lap. I don't mind. I have the blanket taut enough to where you're not gonna accidentally fall through my legs. Oh, such a good kitty. Such a good putty cat. Oh yeah, that tail. You're such a good girl. Do you want to sit on the chair? Do you want to... No, she's going between the chairs. You want to get in your chair? You got the blanket all set up so you can relax. Ooh, I got you. You're such a good girl. Such a good girl. Ah, such a good kitty. Stop chasing your sister around, though. Like, that's the only thing that I have an issue with these fucking cats. I didn't realize, or I didn't remember, because I have had, like, multiple cats in the past, where it's like I've had 2 at a time. My favorites were 2 orange cats, which this entire thing is gonna be really fucking funny. Hi, Navera. This entire thing is gonna be really fucking funny because these 2 orange cats did not act orange in the fucking slightest. They were the sweetest motherfuckers. Their names were Tiger and Crank. And Crank was named after a crankshaft in a car because my brother named him. And they were genuinely some of the nicest fucking cats. I never had any issues with those cats. I didn't really have issues with Baby when I got her almost 9 years ago now. Holy shit. That girl is getting old, bro. Fuck. Like, I never really had any issues with Baby besides the fact that she hid for a couple days when we first got her because she was severely abused by her owners. Which, you know, that fucking sucks. Because it was people who I was fucking related to. It was my aunt and my cousin, who my cousin had thrown her at walls and just been completely disrespectful to her, and like, it took a bit for her to finally warm up, but like, at this point now, it's been almost 9 years, she's a bit, like, she's very standoffish just because it's like, she's an older cat, and she's like me, where it's like, she just wants to be left alone, which I think is really funny. But like, I needed to lay down earlier today. Like I had mentioned earlier, Fel and I ended up going to bed at 3 in the afternoon, just because I didn't feel that great. And she actually came in to check on me and see if I was okay. And I said, honey, I'm fine. It's not like how I was when I was severely depressed in the bedroom for like 2 years straight. Like, it's not that bad. You don't have to worry. Because she would always do that whenever I was, like, just severely depressed and just at the house alone. Like, she would always make sure that I was okay. And this is a cat, for fuck's sake. Like, she could sense that something was fucking wrong and was like, I'm not leaving you. I need to make sure that you're okay. And I don't think that I've ever had a cat that's been like that at all. Like, she would stay with me for hours. She got to the point where one of her favorite things is, like, I was laying down doing stuff on my laptop, and I would be like this, and she would put herself right in the center and rub her head against my chin, and then she would sleep there, and I thought that was the neatest shit, because I never had a cat that did that. Now cut to when we got Luna, and Luna has made Baby basically into a kitten again, which I know is a thing that can happen when you introduce younger cats to older cats. Baby's actually playing. Like, Baby barely ever played when like, really, she was... Excuse me. Yeah, if you can't tell, I've been drinking. It's not bad. I mean, like, here's the thing. I have 2 drinks in the fridge that are alcoholic. I do not think that I want to drink them on stream. I don't want to get that bad. But let's get back to the story. Baby really only played every once in a while when she was by herself. And now she'll play almost all the time. Like, they chase each other around the house almost all the time. It gets to the point where it's like 3 in the morning, you just start hearing something that sounds like someone's banging on your door. Nope, it's the cats running around. Hi, Gonzo. Like, they're such good cats, though. And then I think around, like, 4 o'clock, Baby, like, pawed at the door because they had ran out of food, because these 2 are fucking gluttons. And I was like, it's not even time to feed you guys yet, but... You know what? If you're both, like, this needy about it, sure, I'll go down and I'll give you some food. And then after that, I went back upstairs. I came back. This is not being held on a 2nd floor. This is all 1st floor streams. Like, I went back upstairs and then I slept until about, like, 11:50. And I don't know, like, when Fel got up, like, if Fel got back up because he said he was going to. I have no clue. I was, like, dead fucking asleep for the most part, so I don't really, I didn't feel shit. And I woke up, and I put my hand on his back. This is kind of scary. I put my hand on his back, and I got concerned because part of his back was cold, and I wasn't touching a part where you can feel where someone's breathing or not, so I thought he was dead. I was like, oh no, hold on, let me go towards the front and hold his stomach because he breathes with his stomach, not his chest. And it's like, no, this is still warm, even though it's uncovered by blanket, this is still warm, and I can feel him breathing, so he's fine. He didn't deserve to have to go to bed, like, as early as he did, though. Because he woke up at, I think, like, 12-something. From, like, a massive gaming session yesterday that he was doing on the computer and shit with his friends. And I was just like, I don't feel good. Can I have cuddles? Sure. And then he started falling asleep, and I'm like, you can't fall asleep. You have the computer and you have the computer on, and you have a soda open downstairs. Don't fucking fall asleep. And he thinks on it for a second, he goes, I'll be right back. I'm like, no! No! What are you doing? Yeah. I'm a terrible influence on him sometimes. It sucks. You know, like, truly, like, what else is going on? What other big things in the fandoms that I'm in is going the fuck on? Let me show you something that just came out. I think I had it favorite. Get the fuck away from me, premium. Eat my ass. We're not doing premium. Fuck that. Here it is. Toei Animation has announced the next Precure season. It's called You and Idol Precure. There's going to finally be an Idol-themed Precure. What kind of Precure will be active? Bring back Makopi as a parent. That's all I want. Just make Makopi a parent. This isn't working properly because I forgot to implement a camera. I forgot to implement a camera in this as well. That'll work. That'll fucking work. Did it change this one? Good. No, it didn't. I like it. This is also the first time since Sweet Precure that at the end there has been a music note in the title, so that's good. I'm happy about it. I'm happy that Precure's still going strong. I just hate that no proper professional models have been made of wonderful Precure yet. The only ones that are there are mine, and they fucking suck. Like, my models for wonderful Precure, and I'm not talking about civilian, because Baruke as usual nowadays, does a civilian counterpart, and then someone else will pick up the gauntlet and be like, okay, I'm gonna make the cure forms. Right now, VTuber is, but VTuber is so bricked down with school and probably also work at this point too, that they can't finish like in like a fast amount of time. Which, to be fair, I don't mind, but it's already December. It's already December, and the only thing that we've seen out of them is Cure Wonderful. They said that they were gonna start working on Cure Friendly. We haven't fucking seen any shit of that yet. So we haven't seen goddamn trace of Lillian or Nyami. And then someone who did, and I don't want to badmouth them because they do follow my MMD account, which, Bungle Scrungle MMD if you want to see MMD videos from my stupid ass every 3 days. It's not even a set, like, time of, like, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No, it's just, like, 3 days, there's a video. 3 more days, there's a video. That's how that is. Because I gotta, like, build up, not even, like, views on that channel, because that's, like, a newer channel that got spurred from this channel before I started streaming. Yeah, I just like having a fuck ton of videos there. And then I go in and see, and I realize, oh, I don't have as many from this specific, series as I thought I did. Fuck. But yeah, you and Idol Precure. Let me see, the tangent I was going off of was there's a person called Takes Out who did kind of iffy looking models of Wonderful Precure. Like, the thing is, they're a newer modeler in the first place, so I don't really mind how janky they look, but, you know, like, some of the blanks on the models just go over the iris, and it's just, it looks really creepy. Like, a lot of the models have Betty White butterface, which, you know, if it was a Betty White model, I wouldn't fucking mind, because I fucking love Betty White. Loved her in Golden Girls. My Oshi, on the other hand, is still B. Arthur. Nothing can beat that. She was in the fucking, Star Wars holiday special. Nothing can beat that. Yeah, you and Idol Precure. Very good show. I hope it'll be good. I hope there's actually fighting this year. I don't know, maybe ask a pal to share the second channel with a few buddies. It has, let me see, 200 and something subs. The main reason why I don't really share the channel around that much is because, I don't know, if you start sharing it around and it's like, okay, this is a second channel by the same person, so I'm going to share some shit from it on the main channel, for some reason that ends up suppressing it, which is fucking dumb. YouTube is stupid. But I usually, like, I'm in a couple of MMD-centric Discord servers, and I share stuff over on the MMD subreddit, where it's like, that's mainly where I get my traction from, and then there's also just from browse recommendations, all that kind of shit. So really, that's why I don't really ever promote it, because, you know, usually the videos will promote themselves, or I have a second Twitter account where it's like, okay, let me share some links to videos, see if that works, and sometimes it does. Let me link out to model downloads that I have over on DA, and that'll be fine. You know, like, I don't care about that channel getting traction, because in reality, I've said this a while ago on, like, when I was streaming a while ago, like, before Bungle Scrungle ever really existed in the way that it does now. That channel and those MMD videos are really just for me, because I want to see the models dance, and I want to see what I can do with the technology that has been handed to me, from the power of the computer, to the models that people make or rip, to the motions that people create or rip from games, and everything that comes with, like, using certain effects properly and everything like that. That's why I make videos. And I put them up on YouTube because I'm like, well, I don't want to have to keep re-putting everything together. Like, I don't want to have to keep putting Shut up. I don't want to have to keep putting shit together to watch the same video over again. I think it'd just be better if I just put it up somewhere. And if other people want to watch that too, that's great. I don't mind. And to be fair, the main reason I did it is because I got chastised a while ago in a Discord server that I am not in anymore, because I questioned the authority of a bunch of the fucking morons that were running the server. If one of your videos does not have effects in it, you can't be here because your videos look like shit. Can you just tell people, it's like, I think your content would look better if you used effects. Here, I can teach you how to use Miku Miku effect. I can do these things. Don't just fucking chastise people and be like, hey, your shit looks like garbage. You're not gonna be allowed to download stuff here. Like, the fuck? That was in a dude named Seto's community. Seto was a person that mainly rips from the Project Diva games, by the way. And that's why I don't fucking like him. Because his community and the moderators that he runs for his community are a bunch of pretentious fucks who think that they're better than everyone else. And yes, I know it's punching up because he's been around a lot longer than this channel has been, but I've been on YouTube back and forth for over 10 plus years at this point. Pretty sure since like 2011, so it's been 13 fucking years. And if I want to punch up on someone, fuck it, I will. Your rips look like shit. Most of the time your shit's clipping through the floor, and you can eat my fucking ass. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, man. If your shit looks like garbage, I'm gonna call you the fuck out. Same shit for Kane Lumino. Kane Lumino is just a fucking bitch. Like, all these pretentious fucks that their main source of downloads are through Discord and then lead you over to a fucking mega? No, dude, just lead me to the fucking mega file. I don't give a fuck. You're making me go through so many fucking hoops that I should not have to go through just to get a fucking rip of something that I then get, like, a much better rip from a non-ripper. Suck my fucking balls. I'm not dealing with that shit. That's why I'm only in Discord servers where it's like I'm friends with people, or it's that I'm like, hey, this community is actually nice, and I've seen that they've been nice outside of this. If they're nice in the community too, I'll fuck with them. And I do. That's why I'm still in Tofu Sakai, because Tofu is a chill-ass motherfucker. I'd also probably be in a non-rippers Discord server too if they had one, but I don't think they do. I know I've seen them in Tofu's. They also said something that kind of pissed me off, but I understand. They said, if you request me to rip emotion in my comments, I will not rip it. And I'm like, okay, I completely understand it, but it just sounds really dickish to say. Because I feel the same fucking way about doing certain shit too. Like, so I'm a model editor first and foremost. I edit shit in PMX editor. And that's what I was doing for a long time before I became one of the sole rippers for Bang Dream Girls Band Party. Well, I edit shit together using parts from all over the internet and shit, and just kind of, you know, go wherever. And fuck, where was I? I read Danny's message and I was just like, I lost myself. Fuck. Let me see. I was a model editor beforehand. Yep, no, I lost it. Someone go back like 15 seconds in the stream and tell me what the fuck I was saying, because I forgot entirely. What website do you get your carts, resin carts? I think mainly it's Binoid. Like, I think mainly that's wherever I get shit when I fucking smoke. At this point, when I get shit for, like, edibles, I usually go through Earth Wellness, because they have ones that are, like, really high level of THC in their gummies. And at some point, I know this is dangerous as fuck, I want to try those Stars of Death. Obviously cut them up into pieces and shit, but those things are fucking crazy. Where it's like, okay, we'll sell them in packs of 2, and each one of these is 1,500, is like, what, like 1,250 grams of THC? That shit's fucking nuts. And Joey Diaz is just popping them shits in his fucking mouth. I'm like, you can tell that you've been doing this shit for a while, gee, holy fuck. And my eyes popping out of my fucking head. Wild. I've had them, they make you see the devil. What are Stars of Death? Let's pull this shit up. Stars of Death edibles. So these are actually a lot cheaper than I said they were the last stream. Pineapple and mango. I feel like I've also seen a berry one of these as well, but this is the main one that comes up. These are the 250 ones. Where are the ones that are like massive amount? Is it these? $2,500. $1,250 per each. Still $19.99 though. That price for so much fucking THC is fucking wild. So these, we're gonna read this. Star of Death edibles, one of the latest and most popular trends in cannabis communities. Edibles have overtaken as one of the easiest and most potent ways to get high, being infused into every snack or food item you can imagine. Star of Death edibles run the scale from slightly to extremely potent THC levels, as we saw before, because there's like, oh, okay, you can buy one that's like 250 versus one that you can buy where each one is 1,250. Fucking wild. Those unfamiliar with the world of cannabis edibles should proceed with caution when considering indulging in Stars of Death gummies. The effects can be intense and long-lasting, and it's crucial to start with a low dose to gauge one's tolerance. It's recommended to wait for the full effect to set in before deciding to take more. Eating a whole star at once for a novice could lead to an overwhelming experience. Dude, could you imagine if the video that went up yesterday, the one where I talked about where I was fucking high as shit, could you imagine if that wasn't 120 milligrams, that was 1,250? That would be fucking wild. That'd be fucking nuts. Crazy. Yeah, I think really, like, you might only be able to get these in Cali, to be honest. Smoking cannabis is an instant THC experience in much lower doses. Fuck. Edibles are known to cause more intense effects that can be overwhelming for some participants. It's important to always wait at least 2 hours in between edibles, as the effects can take quite a while to take hold. Once the THC is absorbed in the bloodstream, the resulting sensation can continue for up to 12 hours after its initial ingestion. 12 hours. 12 hours. I love this. If you're eating edibles for the first time, especially if you plan on experimenting with stronger doses down the line, there's a few key tips to keep aware of. Always start with a low dose of 200 milligrams Star of Death, because edibles often vary in their THC levels, with some being extremely strong such as the aforementioned Stars of Death. It's always best to keep track of how much you're consuming. For the uninitiated, always start with low doses and reevaluate after you feel about 30 to 60 minutes. So, if you are not taking the Stars of Death, the proper recommendation is 5 milligrams. If you are first starting THC in edibles, 5 milligrams. Wait for 2 hours. Usually, they'll give you a gummy that's 10 milligrams. Cut that shit in half. Take half of it. Wait for 2 hours. Obviously, be of age. Don't be stupid. If you are gonna be, you know what, dude, I can't fucking control you, but just remember, don't do it around your parents. Be smart. Do it around people who aren't gonna try to fuck you in the ass with a cucumber or some dumb shit like that. Do 5 milligrams. Wait for 2 hours. Do the rest of that. That should be what you have for the night. Or the day, or whenever the fuck you're taking that shit. Now, if you're fucking crazy, you take 2 10s, and you make it 20. Make sure that you're not doing anything for the rest of the day or the night. Make sure that you don't have any obligations, like, for example, you don't got kids that you gotta deal with. You don't gotta get up and go to work randomly because you're on call. All that shit. Make sure that you got food in the house. Make sure that you also eat before you take them, because that'll make it so that you have less of the munchies. And the less you have, the better, because you don't want to be chewing on your fucking gums at 3 in the morning. That's just gonna be bad. And never do what I did, which is taking 20, waiting an hour, and then taking 100. That's just stupid. That was a complete fucking accident. And I would definitely do it again, but I would not do 120, I would just do 100. Don't do it around children. Hate when people smoke around their kids. Do not, ever. I don't smoke the fucking vape around the kid. I don't do edibles around the kid. I don't smoke marijuana around the kid. That shit's just fucked. I'm not sure if I'll ever do edibles or weed or anything like that. You don't have to. You definitely don't have to. It's just a thing that some people do, and usually it's not like to go and party and have fun. Although that's usually what you'll see. It's like, oh yeah, we pop an edible and then we go to Terry's house and we watch the game and then we're getting fucked up drinking and shit and we play Halo for 14 hours. That's not usually what people do when they're taking edibles. Usually you take an edible and you just sit on the couch and you chill. You sit on the couch or you like get with some friends and you just hang out and watch TV. Don't do stuff like that in the deep woods too. There's scary stuff out there and you don't need to be inebriated out there. I'm gonna do some fucking edibles, and I'm gonna run out into the forest after 2 hours because I'm gonna go camping. You need your mother goose as well. You need your mother goose. The one that's not gonna get high at all, or not gonna do any other shit, like any other kind of recreational drugs like shrooms, or drink, or do anything else. You need someone in your group, if you are with a group of people, that's gonna stay sober, that way that if anything does happen, you have someone that can, like, if it's a medical emergency, they can take you somewhere, and so you don't have to pay over $4,000 for an amber lamps. You have someone that can, like, if you run out of food or water or whatever, they can go and refill your shit, or do whatever they gotta do. This is why I need friends. Gotta have someone to fight the coyotes while you're zooted. Oh my god. Like, dude, if you see your friend having a fist fight with a coyote, you're gonna think that it's, like, just some shit that you're seeing because you're high as fuck. Oh my god. It's like, yo, Derek, did you actually fight a fucking coyote last night? You went into its fucking den! What the fuck did you expect me to do? Well, I don't know, man, I just felt like I was seeing some shit, because it's like, yo, I also saw this motherfucker named Blackfeet. And I swear to fuck, man, he sounded just like Dave Chappelle. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I've experimented with psychedelics before, back in my freshman year of college. That stuff will make you... That shit will make you confront things within yourself. It genuinely, like... The high that I had was such a fucking high. Dude, I genuinely thought that I took shrooms. I didn't. I can pull up what the fuck I had right now. Let me see. Now I got a Black Friday sale going on right now too. Let me search by brand. Native extracts. So I know I said they were pineapple flavor. This is what I got. This is the shit that I accidentally took. And these are 50 milligrams each. 50 milligrams of Delta 8. This isn't a 1,000 milligram container. There are 20 in this, I believe. Yep, 20, or you can buy it in like a 6-pack. $179. But yeah, no, these things... I would definitely do these again. I would not do 100 again, probably. But I would definitely do a 50, just to see, like, how that is. Because I had done 50 before, I think once before this. It was either 40 or 50 I got up there. And it wasn't bad. And the reason why I got these ones was because they have another one that they sell, which is these Dreamcatcher ones. But I wanted... Like, I wanted ones that were 50 and that also weren't going to put me to bed. Because these put you to sleep. These are basically like, oh shit, I do these, I stay up for like 3 hours and then I go to bed. The other ones are more like, we're kind of just fucking around. Kind of just chilling, whatever. They have like other ones as well, though. Wait, what the fuck is this? Like... I know it's an eyedropper, but what exactly is this? How do you take this? Like, is it something that you rub on your skin, or is it something that you put in your mouth? For adults, place 0.5 milliliters under the tongue and hold there for 1 to 2 minutes before swallowing. This product may take up to 30 to 45 minutes to feel effect. It's recommended to start off with a small dose. Wait and work your way up if needed. Don't drive, operate machinery, or consume alcohol when taking this product. Wait, what? Don't consume alcohol. That's the first time I've ever seen that shit with anything that's like in line with like any of these kind of products. Because usually you take an edible and you also drink. When it's like you're just kind of chilling out and like doing shit. Because it's like, okay, I took an edible and now I'm gonna drink a little bit because it's like we're hanging out with our friends or whatever. And then of course, not intended for use by persons under age of 21. I thought someone just posted their fucking face. That shit's funny. Alcohol can make nasty stuff with tinctures? I wouldn't know. I've never had that kind of shit. So I wouldn't know. Usually my main shit I've done is I've smoked and I've done edibles. I haven't really done anything else. And I've never made edibles. We wanted to one time, but I chickened out of calling my husband's brother. Or was it his... No, it was his cousin. Because his cousin does a lot of fucking smoking and shit, or at least he did at the time. And we wanted to see if he wanted to come over and make some pot brownies with us, because I wanted to try and do that shit, because I heard you can make that shit really potent. And I completely chickened out of it, because I'm a little bitch. It's the same reason you always ask a doctor what medications you can take with a prescription. Some things just don't mix well because of brain chemistry. Oh shit. I really never thought of that when it came to like recreational drugs, but you know, that does make a lot of fucking sense. Because like, I know medically there are people who can't drink alcohol because of the stuff that's in it. And I think I've also heard of people that it's like, they've tried to do, like they've tried smoking a couple of times and it always lands them in the hospital because their body and their brain just can't handle what the fuck the weed fucking does to them and shit. Dude, could you imagine what the fuck would happen if you gave them a star of death? Would they just fucking die? That'd be a fucked up way to go. Fuck, I'm seeing all of Joey Diaz's farts. They were right. He's changing flavors. I need to take a tolerance break. Did it get too high to the point where it's like you're not feeling it anymore? Like, I have a question for Danny, because Danny is our primary person in the community that I know does this kind of shit. Danny, how much have you gotten to where it's like you can take it and you're actually able to feel it now? I've also heard about some poor folks who get the munchies but with alcohol, with weed, and can't stop drinking once they start. That was my dad! Yep. Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah, fuck. I got a weird-ass story about that motherfucker. So, a while ago I told the story about, like, how he was, how he ended up getting arrested. He's gone now, so it's not like he's gonna watch this and be like, Allison, why? He'll probably be looking up from hell and be like, yeah, I did that shit. Takes a couple bowls to get high nowadays. It used to be that I would get high in 2 hits. My brother does that now because of his bipolar medication. That's funny. Like, it takes me a lot to get high when I'm smoking weed. I'll go into my dad's story in a sec. It takes a lot for me to get high when I'm actually smoking weed. But when I do edibles, like 40 milligrams will get me really fucked. Like, it's good. That 120. That was a pain in the ass, dude. I wish I would have been listening to Korn the entire fucking time that I was high. That was upsetting. And then I thought about it, I thought about it even more, because I got the fucking edibles like 2 weeks ago and did them all 1 week ago. And I'm like, dude, if I knew that the kid was gonna be going to my mother's house on Tuesday of last week, because now we're into Sunday, and it's the beginning of December, so, you know, Mariah Carey has completely defrosted now, unfortunately, but, you know, it is what it is. If I knew that she was gonna be gone for 5 days, I definitely would have saved those edibles for all of last week. I 1000% would have. That would have been a great fucking time. And then, like, on Saturday, you just go, fuck it, we're doing the 100. I can see flavors. That would have been cool, but alas, I was dumb and decided that, hey, I just want to get high now. Fuck next week. Like, fuck that. But anyways, about my dad. I was going through shit in the attic because mom was like, you know, you got a lot of Barbie dolls, you got a lot of Bratz dolls, and, you know, why don't you give some of them to Daisy for Christmas? Because, you know, she plays with dolls all the time at my house. And I was like, because she never fucking said anything about it. She never said that she wanted dolls over here. Mom goes, well, why don't you give her some of the old ones that you have upstairs? Because it's not like you play with them anymore or anything like that. They're all just sitting up there. A lot of them are in really good condition. And the other ones that aren't, you can just brush their hair and do whatever you gotta do. And then put them in new clothes and, you know, give them to her for Christmas. So I said, alright. I go up there a couple days ago. I think this was Tuesday or Wednesday of last week. And I go upstairs and I'm looking through these 2 totes of dolls that I have. I go through all the first one. And I'm like, yeah, all these are great and everything, but what's in the tote that's underneath this? It's the tote that's on the floor. So I pick up the first tote. These totes are fucking heavy as shit because it's all just plastic and shit. Put it on the floor, I open up the other tote, and I'm rummaging through it and shit, and inside of it, I find 3 letters from my dad to me when he was in prison, like his first couple of years being in prison. And I read through them, and actually, this will be a lot better if I go and get the letters, because I still got them out right now. I'll be right back. Crunchy. I'll put my blanket back on first. Alright. So I got the letters. There's only 3 of them. Because I think that's how many he actually got to get us before they stopped allowing him to do so. Because you know it's prison. They're not always going to give you paper. I have to have an extra light on this for this, so sorry in advance. It is bright as fuck. I look like I'm about to explode. Dear Alligator, how was your Christmas? That's not the first one, is it? No, I think this one is. Okay. The writing on it was very faint. These pieces of paper are fucking old, dude. Dear Allison, how are you? I hope you're doing fine and enjoying your summer. Are you reading any good books? I read a lot. I'm reading a book now with over 800 pages in it. I'm almost half done. I hear... Spelled incorrectly. I hear you are swimming... I can't fucking hold this. And exercising and even keeping your room clean. Have you learned to ride a bike yet? How are you doing on your new video game? I hope you like it. Your birthday is coming soon. Wait, your birthday is coming soon. You will be 11. Man, does the time go fast. Well, I just wanted to write you and let you know I miss you and love you very much, and I'm glad you like it up in New York. Have a great summer, and I'm sure you're looking forward to going back to school this fall. We'll keep being good. I'll write you again soon. Hugs and kisses. Love, Daddy. And you guys gotta see this fucking frog. That's supposed to be a fucking frog, man. I'll show you a real fucking frog. That's a real frog. That's a real man. Alright. And then the next one... Hey, Grim. And the next one after that... is better spacing, because for some reason he double-spaced that one, which was fucking stupid. Dear Allison, how are you, sweetheart? I hope you're doing fine and your school is going good also. How's your new kitty doing? So this was, I ended up getting a cat named Angel that, we found because my mom saw that a Spanish family threw her out of a car while it was moving. And she decided to bring her home, and we took care of her until she got better. And then she stayed with us until her and a group of cats that we had after we brought in another cat from someone that was living with us, their family. That cat ended up having kittens and then just straight up left, so holy shit. But yeah, that cat ended up escaping through a fucking window, which was super upsetting, because that was a pure white fucking cat. Angel was a beautiful fucking cat, dude. She was so nice, too. Anyways, let me see. I'm sure you take good care of it. I hope you have been being good and keeping your room clean. I know how messy you can be at times. I'm even still messy like that now. Nothing has changed. The room isn't disgusting, but there's definitely still clothes on the floor. Have you made some good friends up there? I hope so. I think about you every day and miss you very much. I can't wait to see you and give you a big bear hug. I bet you've gotten a lot taller since I've been away. I didn't. Well, it's October now and Halloween soon, and it will start getting colder up there and snow pretty soon. So you keep yourself warm, be good for your mother, and don't fight too much with David, who's my brother. Even though I know he's a big pain in the ass sometimes. I love you very much, and I'm very proud of you, sweetheart. You are always in my thoughts and in my heart. Be good. Love you, alligator. From Daddy. I stopped calling him Daddy after he went to prison because he was being a bitch. And a telltale thing, this was from when I was 10 to 11. So I did not know all the fucked up shit that he did to my mom. I will not go into it, but I will say one thing and it's really fucked up. He would chase her around the house with a knife, swinging the knife around and almost cutting her and himself. So he was not a good fucking person. It was a fucking massive facade. And all of these do a lot to encapsulate the fact that he tried to be normal and it just straight up didn't fucking work. Because I keep these as sentiment of how I used to know him by, but at this point I know that these are all just pointless fodder for the most part, unfortunately. But 'tis life in the zone, shit happens. I like reading things. And then this is the last one that I could find, because either there were more and I threw them out or something, which I probably did because he was a massive cock, or I just didn't get any letters after then. Dear Alligator, how was your Christmas? I hope you had a good one and got a lot of nice stuff from Santa. I hope you got my gift I sent you of the alligator for you. Which I did not get. I never fucking got the fucking alligator. Same thing with when I got the fucking piranha plant plushie from Vinny. I never got the fucking kazoo either, and I'm still mad at that, even all these years later. I do still have the piranha plant. I think it belongs to Daisy now, though. Well, vacation's almost over, and back to school. Your mom said you were doing very well in school, and you were almost on a roll. I'm very proud of you, Allison. So how do you like the winter up there? It's a lot different than in Charlotte, isn't it? We never fucking lived in Charlotte. Turn on TTS. Thanks, Paris, but we're not gonna do that. I do not have a text-to-speech. I only do for when people do donations. You want some true text-to-speech? You go and watch Zentrea. How's your kitty doing? I'm sure she's getting big. She was already big in the first place, but go off, King. So you got a boyfriend or two? This was when I was fucking 11, my guy. I was 11 years old and my dad was already asking me, you got a boyfriend yet? He would be fucking pissed off to know that I got with a fucking Puerto Rican because this motherfucker was racist as fuck against anyone that either wasn't white or Native American. Fuck him. Although, Chris and Daisy can both pass for white people, so, you know, it is what it is. Like, they're bright enough to do that shit, but they're still fucking Puerto Rican, like... He was just a dick. Trust me, he hated my brother's fucking friend just because he was black. It was fucking annoying as shit. Says a lot when we lived in a town that was predominantly a Mexican population. That was the weirdest fucking garbage. That was so dumb. Pineville, North Carolina, you're still #1, by the way. I still stand. I sure do miss you and picking on you and watching TV with you and stuff. I hope everything else is good and going well with you. If you get a chance to write me back and tell me what you got from Santa, I love you very much and miss you a bunch. Hugs and kisses, love Daddy. And then this was also the point where he just didn't draw pictures anymore. I remember, like, this was... No, I do think that this was the last set of letters. Because, like, I remember that year he point knit a cloth for my mom and she immediately threw it in the trash because she fucking hated him. The main reason I keep these is because it reminds me of when I thought that everything was okay. It reminds me of when I was a kid, and before I had to deal with anything like being a parent, being in high school, dealing with depression, because these are 10 and 11-year-old me getting these letters. And I didn't really go through anything at that point, besides obviously my mom and dad getting separated and then us having to move up to New York, which at first when I did, I saw that it was a massive fuck up because I didn't want to leave Pineville, I didn't want to leave my friends, I didn't want to leave my school, but my life has... Don't you fucking cry, you absolute fucking chud. My life has been way better than it probably would have ever have been. If I would have never moved up here, I never would have met Chris. I never would have had our kid. Probably would have never have gotten Wi-Fi. I would have never have been able to do this. So there is a part of me that's like, I thank him for being so fucking stupid that he got himself put in prison because he was driving on the wrong side of the road drunk as fuck. And, like, just... I'm happy about that. Because my mom might not be the happiest person in the world, but she has a job that she loves, that she doesn't feel like she's being forced to go to every day. And... I mean, look, I didn't get her fucking work ethic. My brother did. But now he's unfortunately a workaholic. Which, I mean, my mom had those tendencies as well, so those two things kind of fit. I did end up, unfortunately, becoming like my dad. Not in the point where it's like I'm abusive or anything, but in the point where it's like, I'm lazy, I don't like cleaning up, it's a struggle to really get me to do that much shit, which is why we didn't go back to weekly streams this week. I'm sorry about that, but just was not in the mood to since I had, like, the time off and shit, and I still had a fucked up sleep schedule, like you guys can see right now, since it's 2 in the morning on the East Coast, almost 3 a.m., and, like, I started streaming an hour ago. Like, my sleep schedule doesn't like me right now, and it's just... Holy fuck, like, even when I get high or drunk, I just kind of just sit here and chill. Like, I'm happy that I didn't become an alcoholic like he is. I could have at some points, but I didn't, because I'm like, oh, I don't have the cash to satiate that. Like, cause hell, I started drinking when I first, like, started, like, my rough kick of drinking. I started the day that I got fired from my fucking job a couple years ago. And I was like, I just need something to fucking get me through this right now, so I'm just gonna buy a fucking thing of vodka, and I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna drink until I just don't feel shit anymore. And I did. And I pretty much drank through an entire thing of vodka, like the huge bottles of it, in like 3 days. And I was like, damn, even when I haven't been drinking, this shit still takes me a bit to get fucked up. I got to the point where now, if I do, and this is without like having like the massive buildup of tolerance, I have what my dad used to call the kidneys of steel, where I can drink like 10 to 15 shots of vodka, and at shot 16, I'll be feeling shit. And it's not like it all comes hitting. It's like, okay, it now takes you this much to start even feeling drunk in the first place. And I don't do that all the time. I'll maybe do that once a year, big if true. I don't even think it's that many times a year. But, you know, Christopher also stops me from being that massive of an alcoholic, so I at least have someone here that's, like, not enabling me to fucking drink more. Whereas, like, my mom was pretty much being told, you have to fucking get me this shit, or I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. Like, that was bad. I don't have someone like that, where it's like, I can tell them, it's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, because Chris just goes, no the fuck you can't. You can't do shit. You can't even punch a hole in the fucking wall when you're mad. The fuck are you gonna do to me? Really? You're too afraid to fucking hit me. I'm like, yeah, that's true. I'm afraid that I'm gonna accidentally hurt you. Like, even though I know I can't fucking do shit to him, I still feel like I'm gonna accidentally hurt him if I hit him, which is the funniest fucking shit. Oh my god. But there is one thing that I do that he doesn't like. I do, like, smoke when he's not around. Like, I do edibles when he's asleep, because I'm like, I want to do as much as I feel like I want to do. And I don't want you to fucking stop me and then go tell me, hey, can you make some food for us? Like, it's dinner time, I'm fucking hungry. I'm like, fuck you. You're ruining my high. Like, that's how I feel. So that's why it's like, anytime that I smoke or, like, I do anything like that, like, I smoke, I do edibles, whatever, I always get high as shit when he's not awake. Because I'm at least still a bit competent. Like, I can still work a phone. Unless I'm doing that 100, then I'm completely fucked. And I keep saying, you know, I'm probably never gonna do it again. Who knows? I don't. My shoulder needs to stop fucking hurting like a motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Like, the thing is, like, with, like, letting out tears and shit right now, I don't need to because I've already cried all those. I cried all of my tears for all of that shit when I was, like, you know, the last time I saw him, which was when I was 14. I came to terms with the fact that I just didn't like him as a fucking person. Like, I just didn't like my dad. And that was pretty much it. Like, I didn't like my dad. I didn't like his adoptive mother. I liked our Uncle Norm. Like, Norm was a fucking Chad. That motherfucker was pure 100% Cherokee Indian. And that motherfucker was the chillest fucking dude. Cause that motherfucker would get you high as shit on that really good weed. Like, that shit was clean. That shit was good. No seeds. Oh god, dude, you'd be seeing the fucking spirits. That shit was amazing. But my dad, like, mainly just had trashy-ass weed. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that he had cockroaches in his bathroom. I didn't like the fact that his mother was an overprotective piece of shit. And then also hated her son, which then made it so that he hated his kids. It's just... like, that's not even the most fucked up thing. I can say this because now both of them are deceased. His first daughter, her name is Amanda. I don't give a fuck. She's dead. She was also a piece of shit who, like, did drugs and cheated on her husband and everything. I don't give a fuck. And even in the VTuber form, if I was telling this as a VTuber, I wouldn't give two fucking shits. She went out, had a fuck ton of sex, and got pregnant. My dad kicked her out of the fucking house, and then after that, she went and had a fucking abortion. So yeah, neither of these people are fucking good. You know what I would've fucking did? I would've asked her. I would've been like, so, you got pregnant. Are you gonna keep the kid, or was it an accident? If it was an accident, I'd be like, alright, we're gonna go and get that taken care of, because you're only 18, you're not old enough to take care of a fucking kid, and I'm not taking care of that little shit. Which is unfortunately a little bit of what happened with me and my kid, which fucking sucked. But, you know, I've grown from it now, I'm a better parent. Shit happens. She never became a better parent even when she had other people's kids. That's completely different. But I'm like, okay, if you're competent enough to have this fucking kid, and you're willing to take on what the fuck happened, I'll still accept you as a person. You can still live in my house. If I'm competent enough where I have a job, I'll help you find a job and make enough money to where you can move into an apartment yourself. You need a babysitter, I'm here for you, all that kind of shit. All that. And we would go from there. But I would not just straight up kick you out of the fucking house. That's rancid. That's fucking rancid. And it's like, oh yeah, you have the ability to die because you could get really bad malnutrition because you have a kid inside of you that's taking all of your nutrition from you, and you could die, which would then lead to the child also dying. I would not want that shit on my fucking conscience. And I'm honestly too good of a person to ever have that happen in the first place, but holy shit, just... Oh my god. I got my baby on my pregnant. Danny, how potent is your fucking jizz, man? What the fuck? God, it at least took me and Chris at least 100 times. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't have said that. He's gonna get mad. I'm like, talking about it again. I'm like, I'm sorry. She just kind of slipped out of my ass. We went all night. So did Christopher and I, but we didn't get pregnant until, like... Fucking, let's see. We started dating. This was literally when we first started fucking dating, too. This is the worst part of it. I'm not gonna go into way too much fucking detail of this shit, because it's fucking weird. We started in August of the prior year, and we didn't get pregnant until, like, April or May of the next year. Condom broke? The fuck is a condom? Wait, where's your condom? The fuck's a condom? You said you were wearing protection. Well, I was wearing my armor. Were you wearing your armor, Danny? No, you're not cool enough to be Vegeta. You don't got the hairline to be Vegeta. You don't got that massive-ass fucking widow's peak. You'll be like, yeah, I do, look at this. Sends a picture in Discord. I may end up falling asleep watching you. It's ASMR, bro. You guys ready for a cranial nerve exam? I'm gonna shove a pencil up your fucking nose. Like, I will say this. There were people who wanted me to, kind of dabble into ASMR a little bit. Because, you know, I somehow have a relaxing voice. I find it sometimes shrill. I won't lie, especially when I get sick. I find it shrill and old. And, like, especially from, like, smoking, drinking, whatever. And... Excuse me. People were like, you should do some ASMR on stream at some point. I'm like, I fucking can't because I get loud at certain points and that's gonna piss people off. And it's like, why did your voice peak here from 1 hour and 3 minutes to 1 hour and 5 minutes? This was not relaxing. This was the most annoying time of my fucking life. Unsubscribe, unfollow, you're fucking cringe. Like, look, dude, I get the cringe part, but you don't gotta call me cringe. I already call myself cringe on a daily basis. I don't need to hear that from a fan. I don't need to hear that from a community member. You might are mean. Like, fuck, there were a lot of ideas that I wanted to do on the channel that I just kind of lost motivation in after I started working on them for a couple hours. One of them was This Is Not a Real Podcast, where it was just me talking in the Australian British mixed voice, and then me in my normal voice talking to myself. Where it's like, I was like having a conversation back and forth, and then I would go back and edit it, and I would pitch the Australian British counterpart down 3 notches so that it did kind of sound like a different person. And like, I got to the point where it was like an hour and a half thing. Like, I had already completed it. It's not even lost media, you guys. Like, it never got fucking uploaded or anything. But I was working on it. And then halfway through, I had finished half of it. And I just said, this is the most stupid shit I've ever fucking done. Because people are gonna know that it's just someone talking to herself, and it's just really fucking weird. I mean, that's what most of the streams are, just by themselves, unless it's like shit that's collabs. But, you know, that happens every once in a blue moon. So that's, you know, like everything is just me talking to myself, and then like I read shit out that's in the chat and shit. But that was actually like pure fucking talking to myself cringe. Hour and a half. I finished about 45 minutes of it. And I said, this is the stupidest shit. I'm just gonna delete this. I don't... Like, I think that it would either be like one of two things, where it's like people would like this and they'd want me to produce more, and I'd be like, I don't really want to, because there's so much editing that goes into it. Like, I was editing it for 4 fucking hours, because I had to make sure that I cut every part that was the British-Australian counterpart, and made sure that it didn't accidentally overlap with where I had cut in mid-sentence with myself. And it's just, like, it's so much fucking work. Like, 4 hours, technically 5.5 because of just the recording in general. Like, I did all of this in a single morning. I was just like, it's not fucking worth it to fucking do this. This is stupid. Like, I had a name for it and everything. I made, like, a little title card and everything. Where it's like, I don't know if I still have it or not on my drive, but I call it, 2 peas in a podcast. Because I thought that was fucking stupid, but also a little bit cute. And it was, before I updated the model, it was the model of the dog VTuber that I had running on VTuber News, or sorry, VTuber World News when I was still doing that before I canceled that project. And it was her on the left, and it was me on the right, and it was just our heads. And, like, I asked Nye, I was like, can I use your name for this? Because I think that would be really fucking funny, because it would confuse the fuck out of people, because it's like, she is a Korean person that has a British accent, which I think is the funniest fucking shit, because it doesn't make sense. Like, her brother, her mom, and her dad all have Korean accents, and they're a little bit weird because they're North Korean accents, but she just has this strong as fuck British accent. And I'm like, I think it'd be really fucking funny. And she goes, yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't mind. But then I got back to her after I scrapped it, and I said, hey, so I canceled the project. And I'm like, it's probably for the better, right? She goes, I mean, yeah. You could have a VTuber World News ARG. That's kind of what VTuber World News was a little bit of in the first place. Like, it was like... Technically, the concept for VTuber News was... You guys, all of you VTubers like me, who are actual people puppeting them and everything and speaking for them, you guys are on Earth, whereas VTuber World News takes place in a world where VTubers are just a thing. Like, VTubers are the people. Like, you don't go on camera and boot up a model and then puppet that with yourself. You're literally just a streamer, but you're still considered to be a VTuber because that's what they consider streamers to be. And because you're virtually online. And, like, I don't know. I felt like the concept of that, like, it was getting to the point where it was a little bit too real. Like, I think the first thing that happened was it's like, the presidency is happening in one day, like, because the first episode went out on November 2nd, or what was it, November 4th? Whenever the fuck that was. The day before the United States election. And I was like, sure, we'll do a little bit about that, and we'll have Jesus Christ, like the actual Jesus Christ, go against a dude named Mr. Crimp. and we never put up a picture of Mr. Crimp, but it would have literally have just been a picture of a monkey in a suit. Like one of those like little pet monkeys that people have sometimes. And like I thought that would have been funny, but like I didn't think about that at first. Like I only started adding images at episode 2, which then was like, you know, it was Jesus that won the election. Everyone fucking loves Jesus. If they don't love him for the religion's sake, they love him because of the memes and because Charlie looks like Jesus, like all that weird shit. Like, hell, the one dude that we had on there who got repurposed and turned into a different character, literally, like, I was mimicking Charlie's voice when I was fucking doing that, and I was like, how many pitches do I have to go low? And I think I went, like, 10 or 9. But then, like, after episode 3, I was like, this doesn't feel like it's parodying VTuber news anymore. This feels like it's just parodying, like, a news channel. Like, this feels like it's just parodying, like, something like Fox or, like, you know, NBC, CNN. Hell, the news network was literally called BNN, which, the thing is, that was already taken by another person in the first place. I think it's Boyd's News Network, which was a thing that was a really long time ago over in... I don't remember where it was, but it was somewhere where they speak Dutch, I don't remember. And, like, BNN was the Bungle News Network and shit like that, and, like, I ruined the immersion almost entirely just on the first episode, because one of the characters that were in the first episode were just the elf persona that I use on stream. Which, that was a fucking mistake. Because I was like, oh, okay, I have this idea for this, I don't have more characters, and right now I'm on a roll. Like, I don't want to go and make more characters, I'll just bring in one of my OCs. That was a fucking mistake, that was stupid. But now it's like, I have 6 more that I could pull from, but I just don't want to do VTuber news anymore, or world news anymore. Because it's just, to me, it's just, it felt boring, and I felt like there were a lot of people who didn't understand the concept that it was a parody. Because before VTuber World News, it was just called VTuber News Parody. Like, I thought I was only going to be making the one, because it's such a stupid fucking thing. Like, news in itself has parody all the time, but VTuber News just does not. And we didn't treat it like it was VTuber News, because no VTuber news channel has fucking weather on it. Like, Amy Rose is not telling you what the weather is. Also, all of those are gone. I deleted them. You can call it lost media if you want to, you're never gonna fucking find it. It's like completely lost. VTuber World News. Yeah, Bungle doesn't fucking care anymore. If I want to remake it, I'll remake it. It's just, it's gonna be a little bit problematic because now one of the characters is technically considered to be black because of her skin tone, and it's gonna make me look like a fucking racist when I'm running a black model, and I don't want to look like a racist to people, so... Then people were like, are you gonna get, like, extra people in to do it? I'm like, no, because it's not gonna hit the same, because it has to hit on this level of, like, canny fuck shit with a hint of cringe and just utter obliviousness to everything happening around you, but, like, you understand shit that is. Like, it's just, it's dumb. It has to come from the mind of an idiot who has mental problems up the ass and just will say whatever the fuck I want to say because I know that I can say certain shit. Like, a VTuber news channel can't say just cringe shit out of pocket for no fucking reason. But I can, because I'm just a cringy ass piece of shit. It's okay, we understand. I know you do. I know. But, like, to a lot of people, they just didn't understand the concept of it. Or anything. Like, they didn't get why it's like I didn't have more people. They didn't get why I was pitching up and down my voice. It's like, it's comedy. It's stupid comedy, but it's comedy. And I forgot, oh yeah, comedy doesn't exist in 2024 besides with, like, people who do podcasts and stuff. Sad. People need to be more open-minded. I know. Believe me, I know. It's just that some people look at, like, VTuber news, and they'll be like, oh, this is gonna be covering recent shit, right? and then it's covering absolutely nothing that's recent, and it's just a bunch of shit that you don't care about. And then people go, well, why the fuck am I here? It's like, well, why do you watch, or why did you watch shit like Saturday Night Live? Why did you watch shit like David Letterman and Conan O'Brien? You watched it because you wanted to watch something that was funny, but was also, you know, not just funny for the sake of being funny, but funny for the sake of being entertaining. And I mean, look, I'm no comedian. I'm some shitty person that does shit on YouTube and sometimes will shitpost on Twitter and ask for money when in reality I don't want money from like, oh look, Volume's getting a skin that you have to pay for the fucking battle pass. I'm like, someone please give me $23, please, I beg. Like, that's a fucking joke. But, like, everyone is so against jokes now for the most part that it's like, you know, everything kind of falls on deaf ears. Or it's the fact that it's like, hey, your channel may have this many subscribers, but we're not gonna push this shit out to people, so shit is what it is. It'd be really funny if right now I had a segue into Ghost, because it's 3 AM, but I don't have any of that shit, because I've never actively, like, you know, dealt with Ghosts, for the most part. Let's see. Edit rolls. There we go. Dressy foil wonkum. Smoke 'em, jank 'em? Yes, please. Welcome to the Discord. And White Kanye. Some of your fucking Discord names are wacky. My name is White Kanye West. Hello boys, I'm gay. Certain I'm dragging some ghouls around with me. Well, I know that the house used to be haunted by like 2 older people that used to live here. It's just, I think at this point, they've moved on. Like, they've actually ascended like they should, to be honest. Because I remember... Well, fuck it, I guess we're gonna go into ghost talk, fuck it. I do have a couple of, run-ins with ghosts, apparently, according to my mom. But one of the wildest things from this house is in the corner you would just see, like, in the corner of the room, you would just see, like, a figure of a person, like a shadowy figure, standing in the corner. And I was like, well, we don't see that anymore. It's like, yeah, they probably passed on. But that was here for fucking years. And I would just come and go. Like, it was only in that corner of the room. And I think that was the weirdest shit. But then Mom goes, no, you've had run-ins before. We used to live in a place called the Schoolhouse. And it was a place in... Let me see. The Schoolhouse, I believe, was in... Montague, Michigan. And you were just a baby. This is her telling me the story. You were just a baby. Like, you were just a couple months old. I don't even think you were 1 yet. And there was a ghost there that used to beat your brother. Like, he would wake up and he'd have slashes on his back and everything like that. Like, it was a very bad ghost. The ghost name was Davy, of all things. Like, it was pretty much, it's like, oh yeah. Hey, you and this ghost, talking to my brother, you and this ghost have the same fucking name. And my brother's name is David, and the ghost was apparently some kid that died there named Davy. Well, at some point, I don't know how the fuck talking to people when you're a ghost fucking works, but he got my brother to pick me up and drop me down the stairs. And my mom was there for that, and so was my dad, and my brother got the shit beat out of him, and that was pretty much the last time that, that ever happened, because immediately after, my mom was just like, fuck this, we're moving. You just dropped your sister down the fucking stairs. I don't know what the fuck told you to do that, but holy fucking shit, that is bad. And we moved there, and for a while we didn't have any ghost shit until we moved into this house with the people standing in the corner. But these ones weren't fucking nefarious, these were just some old people. Shadow people are my most common encounters. I have a question, you said that you did Benadryl? Did you ever see the Hat Man? Or was that a fucking joke? Like, was it a joke that you fucking did Benadryl? Because I hope that you didn't, because that shit really fucks with you. Really bad. It's really fucking bad. Like, if you haven't seen it yet, like, I would recommend looking into, like, for those who have never done it and maybe contemplating doing it, I'd suggest no. If you're gonna want to look into, like, any hallucinogenics or shit that makes you feel some type of way, look into edibles or look into shrooms. Edibles with shroom shit in it. Do something like that. Don't do Benadryl. Benadryl can really fuck you up, like, because it's certain doses, you start having to be super dependent on it, or else you just don't feel okay, and it's super fucked. Like, the most that I've ever done when it comes to, like, a medication, abuse of a medication, because I'm pretty sure that everyone over the age of 25 has done this at least once in their childhood, you drink the entire thing of Robitussin. And for me, that never fucking did shit. But for other people, apparently it got them fucked up. I was like, well, for me, it never did anything. So then after that, I was just like, yeah, sure, my brother smokes weed. I'm gonna go smoke some weed. I'm gonna go drink some shit. I don't give a fuck. And at the time, I was fucking 14, so I didn't really care. Now, do I condone any teenagers doing that shit? I legally have to say no. But if you do, make sure that you're around a person that you actually trust and not someone, like I said earlier, that's gonna shove something up your ass if you pass out. Just saying. Can't believe the Hat Man's real. I'd recommend you guys go look up the Benadryl iceberg or go and look up some of the Benadryl subreddits, because some of the recounts are fucking freaky. Like, you feel spiders in your skin, you just see spiders, you see some motherfuckers like the Hat Man. You start seeing, like, your worst fear manifested. You can start seeing that kind of shit. It's fucking terrifying. I used to get drunk off cough syrup before school in my sophomore year of high school. I used to just do that shit, like, to fall asleep just to see what the fuck would happen, because I didn't want my mom knowing that I would do that shit. But I don't think I ever really abused pills in, like, high school or anything like that, or, like, did anything really, like, before going to school. My brother did at least, like, twice. But at the same time, like, he had a job outside of school that he was doing, so he would literally just go in whenever there were tests. And the teachers would all get mad because they were like, we can't fucking fail him because he's passing the test and that's the thing that matters the most. But he's not here for school. And then eventually, I think it was either like 10th or 11th grade, he just dropped out and then he moved down south to be with my dad. He had a coke habit? Dude, are we sure that we're not talking to Joey Diaz right fucking now? Danny, admit it. You're using a voice synthesizer in the Discord. You're secretly Joey Coco Diaz. You've actually done the Stars of Death. You pop them shits like they're fucking pills. Admit it. I always knew there was something off about Danny. No, I'm not fat. Yeah, you're the skinny version of him. It's like Fat Tony and Fit Tony from The Simpsons. Oh, fuck. Ick. I got the crystals in my eyes, man. I can see them for fucking miles. I think really the only thing that pissed me off this week, me and Pivot heavy. They didn't take the garbage until yesterday, which didn't make fucking sense. Stop putting meth in your eyes. Never. Never. I'll get my amphetamines one way or another, goddammit. But like, so, Thursday was a holiday. Bye, Lulu. Thursday was a holiday. And usually, they're supposed to still take the trash the next day because our trash pickup was on Friday. Well, for some reason, they didn't take it until yesterday, which was annoying as shit. And I'm like, fucking why? Like, it's not like the weather was bad. It's not like it was counted as, like, something that it's like, okay, if you have a holiday on this day, we're not gonna pick up your trash till this day. That's just fucking stupid. Same thing with the recycling. That doesn't change anything. But these motherfuckers that do this shit had to have been super fucked up. Like, they did a little bit more than just gorging themselves on turkey and taters. They had to have been doing some other shit. Like, Because believe me, I know how some Thanksgivings can get. You get drunk as fuck or you get high as shit. And you don't want to go to work the next day. But it's like, look, trash pickup is your fucking job, dude. You knew what the fuck you were supposed to be doing. You don't do any of this fuck shit for any other fucking shit where it's like, oh, we're all just gonna take the day off. Friday's not the holiday, fuck nuts. It's Thursday. Take my garbage, please. It was literally full because I had forgot to put it out the week before. And I was like, dude, I really just fucking hope that they don't forget to do it this week. But, you know, I saw that everyone else around in the neighborhood kept their cans out, so I was like, fuck it, sure, I'll do the same thing. And sure enough, they picked it up yesterday, and I was like, good. I'm awake. I'm gonna immediately go and get the can and throw it back in the spot that doesn't have any snow in it. Just fuck it. Fucked up trash people, that's a first. That's a fucking lie. Trash people, for the most part, and it's not everyone that does, like, trash collection and everything. We have one of the ones now where it's not people who come and pick up the can and then throw it in the back. We have one that, like, has an arm that reaches out, and then it, like, pours it into the top of it. Those people just don't fucking care, dude. And trust me, it's not every person that works in trash waste management that does this shit. But the ones around us just don't fucking care. It's the same shit with the people who plow. Because they straight up for like 2 days just did not fucking plow our road. Like, it snowed all day on Thursday. And it didn't do shit on Friday. And they didn't plow our road until Saturday morning. Like, just our little patch of road that we have going from here to the end of the road. They just didn't do shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Like, did they think that it was all just gonna melt or something? And then Christopher points out something important. He goes, well, they couldn't have done it. For most of Thursday night, there was a car out in the middle of the fucking road. And it's just like, literally parked in the center of the fucking road. I'm like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. So dumb. My trash people broke my recycling bin. That kind of pissed me off. They broke both of mine. Like, they have, like... Yuck. More meth. Like, they have, like, massive cracks in them now, like, up near the top where you're supposed to latch them shut because they're just totes. And I'm like, this is bullshit. But I have, like, 5 other totes in the kitchen that are kind of just used for, like, whenever I gotta store stuff. It's just... I don't really have that much shit I want to store down here, so... I should definitely store my wigs, but I don't wanna. I wanna keep my wigs out, or I wanna put them on, like, these, shitty little, like, mounts that I have for them, but I did not get back around to doing that, because I don't want to have to set up the entire upstairs again. Speaking of upstairs, at some point today I do have to do the kids' laundry, so saying that will hopefully make me want to actually do her fucking laundry, because I'm really bad at doing that right now. I should have did that on Tuesday to just get it out of the way, like, after she left, but... I think after she left, I went to bed. I'll remind you about it. I'll probably do it at, like, 7 in the morning. I just smoked that. It tasted like pizza rolls. I gotta add that to the list. Hold on. My grocery list ASMR. She's being ridiculous now. Where is the list I made on this? There it is. They're so good, though. Like, you do them in an air fryer, and they taste fucking amazing. Like, and the thing, too, it's like, I'm not going to the fucking store until at least Wednesday. I'm not dealing with the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Taco Tuesday people. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not dealing with any of that shit. It gets really bad. Like, I should have went to the store yesterday, but I also didn't want to walk to the store. And I was like, it's fucking 20 degrees outside. I don't want to walk. That's... No. Plus, also, there are still some spots where it's like, I know for a fucking fact people have not shoveled, and people never put down, like, rock salt or anything like that, so I don't want to deal with it. Right now, I have down pizza, candy, specifically those fucking nerds gummies things, chicken tenders, hamburger helper. I have to write down beef stroganoff, or else I'm gonna fucking forget that. Beef stroking off. Because that's Christopher's favorite one. Pepperoni and pizza rolls. I'll probably add more to it. It's just, I want to keep it hidden from Chris because every time... It's literally almost every time I make a fucking list. He'll add like 10 more things to it and I'm like, why in the fuck do I need to get all this shit in one fucking trip now? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, if it goes on the list, I feel like I have to get that on that trip. The last time I went to the fucking store, I had a massive fucking cart of shit. It was really funny. All of it came to $199.99. Food stamps, by the way. Fuck paying with actual cash. And, like, just, it was an entire fucking cart full. And I'm like, this is what I get for having the list open. Because then, if I didn't, it would have at least been half the fucking size, and I wouldn't have had to worry about anything. I could have gone to the store twice last week, not had a problem with it, picked up more shit. But no, because there's so much shit on the fucking list, I'm like, I need to get all this at once. There's no separating this shit out. That's just how, like, I've always been. Because it's like, I'll make a list and be like, okay, I'm gonna go to this store for this shit. But then someone else comes in, and it'll either be him or the kid, or I'll have to get something for the cats where I gotta go to a different store or whatever. Like, cat food I can only buy from Walmart, and I don't buy anything else from there because ours doesn't take food stamps properly, like I've talked about a lot of other times before. And it's fucking annoying as shit. And I hope they start doing it again because they do have a lot of cool seasonal stuff that I want, but I'm not paying out of pocket with money that I don't fucking have. So, I usually go to Hannaford and Price Chopper, which are two stores over here that are primarily grocery stores and have like a couple of, you know, like maybe like 3 sections of just like other kinds of products. But besides that, it's usually just like, okay, it's all food, and then there's also a deli section, and there's also a bakery, like there's shit like that. But I like being able to go to different stores. I haven't gone to Hannaford in 3 fucking weeks because every time I look at the list and there's new shit added on it, I'm like, this would be cheaper at Price Chopper. I'm just gonna go to Price Chopper. Excuse me. Like, I'm just gonna go to this store because I know if I go to this store, it's gonna be super fucking expensive, some of these things that are on this list. And I don't want to deal with it. And my mom's like, well, you know, there are sales here and here. I'm like, yeah, but I can only get this specific thing at fucking this store. It sucks. Like, if I ever add macarons to a list, I have to go to Hannaford because that's the only place around us that sells macarons. If I put stuff like... what is it called? If I put stuff like milk and lunch meat on the list, I have to go to Price Chopper because it's cheaper there. Even if it's by like a couple of like cents or even dollars, it's just cheaper at a different store. You were just on my YouTube recommended and I clicked. Well, this is definitely a different stream for you then, isn't it? So this is usually a VTubing oriented stream, and I didn't feel like fucking with my model tonight, so I decided to be 3D like we do sometimes. Hello, Wolf the Wizard. I hope you are doing well tonight. Or this morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Fuck. I know one thing that I really wanted to do for the streams was do Sparking Zero, but the problem is that I don't know if it's going to be able to properly hold up, because when I was playing with Zeph, we had terrible internet connection, even though both of our connections was fine. Like, it kept dropping out. I was just like, I don't want to deal with this, fuck it. Fuck it, that was bad. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't even think I've turned that game on in 2 weeks at this point. I hate that. Yeah, I do watch a lot of VTubers. Maybe I watched you before. You might have. Does a green cat ring a bell? Does this green cat ring a bell at all? Has anyone posted any shit on DA? No, it's just all been favoriting and shit. Okay. Yeah, since the last stream, I haven't worked on anything. I've just ripped a couple of things, because there were new events in GBP. So this is Dreamfest 16, Reina and Arisa. The most recent event, Joy Lalula, or whatever. That's Finnish, I can't read Finnish. Eve and Hina. And then, I don't know why it's not showing up on here, because DeviantArt's fucking stupid. December 2024 Mission Pass. It's a fucking Christmas tree. One of the colors for this is literally piss yellow. Like, I've never seen someone own a piss yellow Christmas tree. Like, they have some other colors of this too. They have, I think it's 3 variants of green. They have a blue one that kind of gives off, like, the light that... You ever see a Christmas tree where it's white and the light hits it and it kind of looks like blue a little bit? There's one that looks like that. And then one of the texture palettes is just piss yellow tree. Like, I've never fucking seen that for a Christmas tree that someone would actually go and buy. That's just fucking wild. Also, if anyone asks, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to rip and put that up, so... We were playing Sparking Zero like a week ago. I wasn't on stream. I was playing it in the Discord, and then Zeph wanted to get on, Zephateth. And I played it, streaming it in the Discord server. And apparently there was a fuck ton of lag just running the game in the first place, with people watching it. And then when I started playing against Zeph, everything went to hell, because the frame rate of the stream in the server went down to like 4 FPS. And shit kept lagging and everything too. And it made me upset, because I'm like, dude, if it's doing it here, I'm afraid that... Like, I'm afraid that it's gonna do it on stream as well. Like, I know, like, the coding and everything is different, but... Yeah, like, it's just, like, a bit nerve-wracking. Hi, Lulu. Yeah, that was Lulu. Okay. I'm playing the fuck out of web fishing as of late. I remember I played that for like 3 hours at some point this week. But I think I was like so late at night / so early in the morning that I was like, I don't even feel like getting on to stream this. I don't think anyone would want to get in a server if I opened one up, so I just did it completely in a private server. Lulu? Are you gonna lay down? Oh yeah, she loves that blanket. She loves the fuck out of that blanket. I saw you looking at me. Such a little stumbler. Just cracked my neck. Hold on. That's a bit better, but it didn't crack the part that I wanted to. It cracked like the front and the sides. I needed to crack the back of my neck. No, that just popped something weird. Okay. I hate having bones. I play alone most of the times, but sometimes Lucy will fish with me at like 6 in the morning. Yeah, it's because at that point she's out of school. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. You are such a little fucking sweetheart. Ugh, you're drooling! Are you really happy? I'm happy you're happy. Aw. You're such a good kitty. Bless the cat's heart. Yeah, we showed her outside on Friday. Like, we showed her what it looks like outside because she had never seen snow because she's so young. And I don't know why I said this, because at the time, like, I thought it was fucking hilarious. But I looked at her and I said, yeah, you know, if you were outside right now, you'd be fucking dead. And Chris goes, well, yes, she does have a thin coat. It is thicking out a little bit. But she has such a thin coat and she's so small that she wouldn't know how to survive. I'm like, no, it's not because of that. It's because for the most part, that was fucking sleet. Oh, little eyeballs. You love the table too, don't you? It's so sweet. Yeah. Oh. Who's my little baby kitty? Immediately rubs into my hand. Such a sweetie. Well, it's not really that much of a comfortable place. I gotta move around a lot. She waited for my hand. She was like... You are. You're such a good girl. Come here. You're such a little cute little baby. Yes, you are. Oh, my little Lulu. My little Lulu. You're such a cute little baby. Look at them feet. Look at them toes. What's that? Is that you? Oh yeah, this cat's cool, dude. She'll watch TV and everything, too. She's staring into your guys' soul. Is that you? Is that you? Aw. I love. Here you go. Don't fall. Such a good, pretty kitty. Beautiful green eyes she has. Cute tuxedo kitty. You hear that? You're cute. She says thank you, Kevin. And she also says thank you to you too, Danny. You're such a beautiful girl. No, that didn't mean... that didn't mean come over for more. You can relax. You're too much. It's 3 in the morning. You're too much. Lift that up. Look at them beans. Look at that pretty girl. You're so tiny. Alright. Go relax. No, that's not relax. It's floor. Dumbass. Eh. She's got a bit of the Scrungle brain. That shit happens. Apparently an actual thing. I think we talked about this before. Scrungles are actual shits. So... No, I didn't fucking know that at first, but cool. I guess the Bungle Scrungle makes more sense now more than ever. Cat throws tantrums if he doesn't get attention. Damn, your little cat's a bitch. Oh yeah, I did find out more about PJSec.I for people who rip from Project Sakai Colorful Stage. If they were whipping through that website. So the API is fucked because it's not properly retrieving shit from Project Sakai servers like it was before. Well, the guy apparently said that he was going to be working on it, the main person who runs the website that connects to their servers. It's been 2 months. It's been 2 months since he said that he's been working on it, and there has been nothing else said since, so... I wish I had someone that would fucking tell me where the fuck in the entire directory of files the fucking models are, because I have ideas for projects that I do not have models for because just no one has ripped them. Like, I have an idea for some of these fucking songs that have their motions ripped that I just do not have the models to satiate them for. I can show you a couple of these projects that I have just from, like, you know, people who rip the motions and everything like that. Let me also get to this one too. first. Let me see. Gallery, Terrorless Ends Full Archive, Motion Rips. Alright. So first things first, the biggest one that I wanted to do was Miku. Now this is a 6-person motion. It has each of the leads from every group that's in Project Sakai. And the thing that I wanted to do was default Miku and then everyone's first anniversary outfits. The only problem with this is that no one has ripped the one for 25G Nightcore Day, and no one has ripped the one for Vivid Bad Squad, which is fucking annoying. Because I thought they did, but they have not, which is fucking annoying. The second one that I wanted to do, let me see, is Nepu. So this one is the most recent anniversary set. One is the most recent anniversary one where it's actually all of the lead characters and such. And I wanted to do this with the most recent anniversary one, because this is also a 6-person motion. But the thing is, no one has ripped the Virtual Singer anniversary set, and no one has ripped the Leonid virtual, No one has ripped the Leonid anniversary set. The only ones that we have are 25G, Wonderland 6 Showtime, Vivid Bad Squad, and More Jump. Not good. This is also not a request, I'm just complaining. Mine is one that I just have to redo because they actually put out the one where it's fine. So, yeah, before it didn't have a stage. They have one earlier that they put out that didn't have a stage, so... What was the other one? I remember there was... one more. But I don't remember if this is the person that put it out or not. Neo still has not been ripped publicly. Which, honestly, that is another one. But, you know, that is what it is. No, I don't think it was through this person. Because I had an idea for the second anniversary one as well, but... I don't think that got ripped. No, that one wouldn't be Neo, is it? No, I think that one might be Neo. God damn it. Fuck my nuts, bro. Shit. Alright. Let's see, it's been over 2 hours. I already did my Nikkei for today. I don't think I did Blue Archive. And I definitely didn't do Azure Lane. I think what I did in LD Player was, the only thing I did I think was Rip Models today. So I'm gonna go and do that. I hope that everyone has a good rest of your day. I'm still alive. Not for long, you're not. But, let me see. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything else that I really want to do on stream tonight. I'm gonna try to get back to where I'm properly streaming, but... I don't know. I'm gonna try to. Really, it depends on Fell's schedule, because that motherfucker's been getting up early as shit. And I get why he is. Because it's like, oh, I gotta fix my sleep schedule. Yeah, I know. But you fixing your sleep schedule means that I get sad really quick, and then I want to go to bed because I have nothing to do, even though I have plenty of shit to do around the house. I'm just fucking lazy. So, yeah, I will see you all hopefully Monday morning. Which is, I guess, tomorrow morning. That week went by quick. Jesus. Don't forget to tip your waiter, because they don't get paid enough. Unless you know their pay, then don't fucking tip. But... yeah, I'll hopefully see you all back at another time. Have a good night.